All right, am I live? It looks like I'm live. I'm just doing this live because it's a lot easier than what I was gonna try and do and just do different videos on different things. And it's Sabbath. It's Sunday. This is the day that I spent with my family, and I saw shit on my newsfeed where I'm just like, man, I need to make a video about that. But no, I wasn't gonna take time away from my family. The Sunday dinner, the ritual, as it were, to make individual videos. Instead, today, what we're going to do is I'm going to just take a few minutes and go over what I noticed today. And the first thing that I noticed today is why we all fucking hate libertarians. This guy, Garrett Foster, protested with Black Lives Matter and used an AK-40. He was walking around with an AK-47, completely legal in Texas. He was protesting with Black Lives Matter in Austin, Texas. Bless his soul. And he brandished the weapon at the wrong car and got shot 3 times. It's been a while, and in less than 24 hours, the suspect who shot him has been released from police custody. So there's nothing to do with Garrett Foster. His death will have been in vain. Um, and if you go through his social media, he's one of those douchebags who, like, there was an article about the police being blinded from laser pointers from protesters, and he's there commenting, they're something to the effect of, they're police, so they really don't count. Something to that effect. And if you look at his social media, he's like this libertarian-minded a-hole who's just pretty much f authority, just fuck authority, just don't even. Everyone in his life is a bootlicker, and he has a quadriplegic girlfriend, a black girlfriend, and he just looks like an all-round autistic piece of shit. And I'm looking at this going, this is why we hate libertarians. This is why we dislike them. They pick up they attract the most outrageous, stupid, bullshit individuals who just get to call themselves libertarians. Now, what's actually hilarious about this particular case, and I'm glad I waited for it because I didn't know the police were going. I didn't know the police had someone in custody for shooting him. I didn't know they had someone in custody. But knowing that the killer of Garrett Foster is now walking free on the streets, does this mean that I'm going to have the privilege of of having Black Lives Matter consider the idea of chanting a white boy's name? And am I going to have the privilege, the grand honor of watching them devolve and fight and bicker over the fact that they're going to be chanting a white boy's name over George Floyd or Trayvon Martin or Michael Brown? This is too much Schadenfreude. Like I cannot contain that much Schadenfreude. Like that give me my fucking popcorn. Just just give me my goddamn popcorn. This shit's juicy. And those were my main thoughts on Garrett Foster. He's a libertarian piece of shit who fucked around and found out. Yeah, don't take a long rifle and point it at a Texan vehicle. You just might be the one getting shot. Is the moral of that story. What else did we find? Ah, yes. Um, Apparently, uh, something like 13 out of 20 of the uh, protesters who failed to remain peaceful, who were arrested and booked in the police precincts, 13 of them are public school teachers. And this makes a lot of sense. This makes a shit ton of sense now. And the reason why it makes sense is because you have the left, like, it's not safe to go back to school, despite, the fact that they own the education department and use it to indoctrinate our children. So I found it odd that they would be like, no, we can't go back. COVID's too risky and all this stuff. The reason that they don't want teachers going back to school is because their frontline shock troopers would have to go back to their day jobs. The unfortunate thing about that day job is that day job entails indoctrinating your children. So I've always been on the fence about actually no, I've never been on the fence. I want the Department of Education fucking defunded and abolished. I think it's a trash organization. It is a complete waste of money. That literacy rates have never gone up. If I'm wrong on that, fact check me, put it in the comments. I will read it. But literacy from the inception, like our position in the world, our gravitas, our innovation has gone down. The more and more the Department of Education gets more money, and that's not a coincidence. That's not a fluke. It's intentional. I mean, shit. We have high school. No, we don't have high schoolers. We have college students who have to take basic English classes because they cannot write properly. They cannot spell properly. They're in college, and because because the system is now set up to where college is essentially a prolonged entitlement. It's an expensive entitlement, mind you, but it's still seen as an entitlement. Um, and because it's an entitlement, you're not getting the best. Look, back in the day when shit was real, uh, college was for the elite. College was for wealthy people who had a hobby and an interest, and they had time and they had money. And the reason that you went to college, following the kind of like Indiana Jones theme, was because you had the interest, you had the intellect, and you had time. Wealth buys time. You had the time to Indiana Jones off to some fuck all continent and do research or excavation or field study on topic X. That's what college was for. And the idea of being a scholar, of being a bachelor, of being a master, of being a doctor was that you would give something back to that community, to that field of study. And all of that meaning is gone. It means nothing anymore. It means fuck all. So, this idea that college is an entitlement, that everyone should go and it should be affordable, no. No, the traditional meaning of college education and having associates and masters and doctors was so that the wealthy and the elite could establish institutions of learning that grew from this prestigious prodigies that came from those who had the time and wealth to accomplish and grow those fields. Because that's kind of how nature works. No, it's not fair. No, it's not easy access. No, it's not any of the things that anyone and any who wants to dream. Oh, hi, Iz. It's a pleasure to see you. I'm doing this shit on my phone, by the way. StreamYards will now let you stream from your phone in the mobile browser. Fucking awesome, right? So, just want to put that out there. Where the fuck was I talking? Oh, yeah. I was talking about 13 out of the 20 teachers. Oh, no, I need to rephrase that. 13 out of the 20 people arrested in Portland are public school teachers. And I'm finally realizing that the reason they don't want to go back to their they don't want the schools to reopen isn't because, well, they're saying it's because of COVID, and I'm sitting here going, why do teachers, like, why do they want to keep the schools closed? They're not getting paid. They're not doing their jobs. Why do they want to keep the schools closed? And it's because apparently teachers are the frontline shock troopers of the institution. Bye, Yiz. Auf Wiedersehen. Yiz is a very special friend of the channel. I'm on her Discord. Go and see her. Go to her channel, subscribe, do all that fun jazz. So yes, those are my thoughts on education, and the fact that teachers are turning out to be communist shock troopers. Not surprising. What was another thing that I noticed tonight, or as the day was progressing? Apparently, Mel Gibson did another interview talking about pedophile rings. That's par for the course. Another thing, I have noticed a disturbing trend, and it's actually worried me, and I was trying to hobble together a video for it. I guess I'll just cover it now. Antifa in Portland is doing this very disturbing about face in regards to family. Like, they are trying to make the Antifa riots look like a family affair, and that imagery, that facade, that mask fucking terrifies me. Because the truth of the matter is, family is literally the most powerful unit in history. Your success, your wealth, your happiness, and the ability for your accomplishments, for your influence to travel through the rest of the world in time is based on family. Here's a way to think about it. Not all families are royalty, but all royalty is family. Like, that's literally how powerful families are for the human experience. And the idea that Antifa is co-opting the family image is something that unsettles me very, very greatly. So those are my thoughts for the night. And that's just what I saw through as I was, going through my phone, chilling with family, having dinner. Just in those odd moments where you have a moment to go through your Facebook feeds, your feeds on Parlor, all this other stuff. So I just thought I'd plop down and just let it all out from what I saw for the day. I'll probably do a few more Sunday streams after the family goes to bed. And this will be it for the night. Hope you enjoyed what you heard. I kind of enjoyed just kind of venting, and I was glad that you showed up. Subscribe to our channel. Subscribe to mine. Please sign up for the subscribe star. I need more fans. And I figure, hell, I'll be honest, asking for money feels dirty. I hate doing it. It's just, the hope is that you're so amazing in your broadcast that people are just like, oh, hey, here's a couple bucks. But that rarely happens. And if people like Tim Pool and Sargon of Akkad have to remind their fans to throw in a couple bucks in, chances are I do too. So go ahead, look up my shit. It's in the description. And hopefully I'll see you guys next week. More videos to come, depending on how traumatic and stupid the cathedral happens to be that week. Anyways, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.